And now it's time for the King Larry Show with your host, King Larry, and his lovable sidekick, Jeff Jobson.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to my show. Now, why are all the kings of England named Edward and Henry and names like that? I mean, why don't we have a king named Sparky? Now, there's a monarch we could really appreciate. Imagine, when the Saxons tried to invade us, they'd be laughing so hard at King Sparky, our guys could just sneak up behind him. They'd be impaled in minutes. And what's with our current king, Richard? The guy's about as blind as a firefly. He never learned to read because they haven't invented scrolls with pop-ups yet. The guy's about as funny as bubonic plague, about as deadly too. Imagine, if our monarchs get much dumber, we're going to have to start calling him by one name, French.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to do a talk show monologue here, Jeff. What is it?
Well, King Richard doesn't have a sense of humor, but he does have a terrible temper. I just thought you'd like to know.
Thank you for telling me that, Jeff. Did I say King Richard of England? I meant King Richard of China, foolish man.
China never had a King Richard.
How about Egypt?
I don't think so.
Work with me here, Jeff. I'm trying to save my neck. Anyway, here in England, we have a wonderful king named Richard. Just a delightful person. Couldn't ask for a better monarch if somebody tortured you. Anyway, we have a great show for you tonight. Two of the Canterbury Pilgrims are here. Who are they, Jeff?
They are the physician and the lawyer.
Let's meet our guests.
From the traveling pilgrims, it's the physician.
So, you're a physician. What's your specialty?
That would be bubonic plague, Larry.
Wow, pretty tough specialty.
The plague kills millions of people each time there's an outbreak. This is the 14th century, Larry. There aren't many people to begin with.
What can you do for someone once they have the plague?
Nothing, Larry. Once they're sick, I stay away from them.
You mean you don't help them?
That is one nasty disease, Larry. It can kill a person in less than a day. Have to be nuts to be around somebody with the plague.
How can it be a specialty if you don't treat the victims?
I've never really thought about that one, Larry. Really can't say.
Since you're worthless as a doctor, how about telling us about this tale you're sharing with the other pilgrims?
Sure thing, Larry. My tale is about a lovely young lady who attracts the attention of a wicked old judge. The judge hires a lawyer named Claudius to declare that the young lady is the property of the judge. Rather than let the judge have his daughter, the young lady's father chops off her head, and he takes it to the judge. People of the town then rise up against the judge and throw him in prison, where he later slays himself. Just as Claudius is about to be hanged, the young lady's father pleads for his life, and he's spared.
Would you call it comedy?
Not exactly. I'd have to say that's one of the most repulsive tales I've ever heard.
Then you obviously haven't heard the Miller's tale.
And I don't intend to. Let's meet our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lawyer. So, tell us, have you won any big legal cases lately?
Not lately.
How about in the recent past?
I have to say, not in the recent past either.
The distant past?
Well, no, not in the distant past either.
Have you ever won a big legal case?
That would be another negative, Larry.
What do you do for a living?
I lose legal cases and charge people money.
Somehow, I'm not surprised. Tell us about your tale.
It's a pretty good story. I'm hoping I can sell it to a big publishing company or the tabloids and get out of the legal profession. I am not very good at it.
We've heard.
My story is about a man who meets a woman who's the daughter of the Emperor of Rome. Or maybe Paris.
Get on with it!
Anyway, the man's mother doesn't like the woman, so she arranged a massacre at a dinner party they're having, and everyone is killed except for the men. So his mother sticks him out in the middle of the ocean in a boat without a paddle. Or maybe it's a lake. And maybe he has a paddle.
Get on with it!
But the current is so strong, he can't row against it. Or maybe it sinks.
Get on with it!
It seems like you really haven't thought this through.
Oh, I've thought it through. I just keep changing some of the details. I want him to drift around for a while, and I want some fights. And the guy's mother's really mean, and she's always trying to kill people.
Maybe you should try a different story, like one that makes sense.
Or just stick to being a bad attorney.
Hey, Larry, let me tell you my story. See, these two dudes on the ladder.
Wouldn't you know it, we're all out of time. Tune in next week to meet a nobleman who wants to sing country and western music. Bye-bye. What are you waiting for? You want to hear his tale?
No. Can I please tell my story now, Larry?
I'm afraid it's time to hear from another pilgrim. I'm sorry.
Jocelyn, please, just one chance.
Don't listen
I
to
promise
her.
I won't screw it up.
Don't listen to her. Your family.
I'm sorry. Why would you write about him?
I wasn't thinking.
Keep writing.
I think Olga wants some TV.